The average driver wastes over $1,200 every single year on fuel, and a shocking amount of that cash is literally vanishing out the tailpipe because of dirty or failing sensors most people have never even heard of. These 9 sensors can cost as little as $12 to maintain, but ignore them and you're staring down thousands in repairs, including one sneaky failure that can cook a $2,000 catalytic converter without ever lighting up the check engine light. Stick with me because today I'm breaking down exactly which sensors are quietly robbing you and how to fix them before they cost you a fortune. First, the most misunderstood sensor under your hood. Number 9. Intake air temperature sensor. Most drivers have no clue this sensor even exists, and that's exactly why it keeps draining their wallet. The intake air temperature sensor, or IAT, measures the temperature of incoming air so the computer can calculate the perfect air-fuel mixture. Cold, dense air needs more fuel, warm, thin air needs less. It makes dozens of adjustments every second. Here's the twist most people miss. On modern cars, this sensor is usually built right into the mass airflow sensor. Clean one and you're cleaning both. But on older vehicles and certain imports, it's a separate probe sitting inside the air intake tube, slowly getting coated in oil vapor, dust, and debris. When it gets dirty or fails, your ECU gets bad data and starts guessing. The result? Hard starts, unstable idle, and fuel economy that quietly drops 10–15% with zero warning lights. No drama, just money disappearing at every gas stop. The fix is stupidly simple. Grab a $12 can of proper MAF sensor cleaner, pull the sensor, spray the tip gently, let it air dry completely, and reinstall. Takes 2 minutes. But first, check your service manual. Plenty of people waste hours hunting for a separate sensor that's integrated. One quick lookup can save you a ton of frustration. Up next, the sensor that mechanics often replace when the real problem is something much simpler and cheaper. Number 8. Throttle position sensor. Your throttle position sensor (TPS) has one critical job. It tells the computer exactly how far the throttle plate is open, basically how much power you're demanding. When that signal gets flaky, the engine gets confused fast. You'll feel hesitation when you hit the gas and idle that surges up and down, and weird delayed transmission shifts that feel like the car is thinking too hard. Most drivers and even some shops immediately throw a new TPS at it. Big mistake. In the majority of cases, the real villain is carbon buildup on the throttle plate itself. That gunk keeps the plate from closing fully, so the sensor reads a partially open throttle even when your foot is off the gas. The computer chases the right idle and never quite catches it. Fix the root cause first. Remove the air intake boot, spray throttle body cleaner, and gently scrub with a soft brush. 15 minutes and a $10 can. The engine might idle rough for a bit while the computer relearns, but it usually settles down. If it doesn't clean the TPS connector with electrical contact cleaner, corrosion there mimics a dead sensor perfectly. And if you do end up replacing the TPS, check the manual. Some cars need a specific relearn or calibration procedure. Skip it and you'll be right back at square one. Now let's talk about the sensor that can leave you stranded with zero warning. Number 7. Crankshaft position sensor. This is the one. If it fails completely, your car goes from daily driver to expensive paperweight in seconds. It cranks but won't start or fire. The crankshaft position sensor tracks the exact position and speed of the crankshaft so the computer knows when to fire plugs and injectors. But here's what drives owners crazy. It rarely dies all at once. It usually fails intermittently, runs great cold, then stalls once hot. You wait 20 minutes, it starts right up. Most people chase fuel pumps, batteries, or relays for months and drop hundreds before finding the real culprit, a thumb-sized sensor that hates heat. You can't clean it. If it's failing, it needs replacement. But before you go there, inspect the wiring, harness, and connector. These things live in a hellish environment full of heat, vibration, and grime. A $5 connector fix beats a $150 sensor swap every time. Watch for codes P0335 to P0339, but don't rely on them. This sensor loves to act up without setting a code. And a critical warning, if you're getting both crank and cam sensor codes at the same time, stop replacing sensors. You likely have a stretched timing chain. Fix that first or you'll destroy new parts immediately. Speaking of which, number 6. Camshaft position sensor. This sensor tells the computer exactly where the camshaft is in its rotation so it can time the fuel injectors correctly. On some engines, a bad one means no start. On others, it runs so poorly you'll wish it wouldn't start. Typical failure pattern: long cranking before it fires, then random stalls once the engine is warm. You're driving along, it dies, you pull over, wait, and it restarts like nothing happened. Mechanics drive it and it runs fine. Classic moneymaker. Codes P0340 and up may appear eventually, but again, it can misbehave for months without codes. Before replacing anything, open the connector. Leaking valve cover gaskets love to drip oil straight into these connectors. A quick clean with electrical contact cleaner often fixes it completely. And again, if you see both crank and cam codes, check the timing chain before touching sensors. Now, we're getting into the top 4 where the real money gets wasted. But first, if you're learning something here, hit that like button and subscribe so you don't miss future videos that save you thousands. Number 5. Manifold absolute pressure sensor. Some vehicles use a mass airflow sensor, some use a MAP sensor, and some use both. Not knowing which system your car has is exactly how shops upsell you. The MAP sensor measures pressure inside the intake manifold to calculate engine load. When it gets dirty or fails, the computer miscalculates load, dumping too much or too little fuel. Rough idle that worsens when hot, hesitation, and 20–30% worse fuel economy. Before you replace it, check the vacuum hose connected to the sensor. A cracked $2 hose causes roughly 40% of these bad sensor diagnoses. If the hose is good, clean the sensor port carefully with electronics cleaner. Never poke anything inside, the element is delicate. Many people clean their MAF but forget the MAP. Do both. You'll often see the check engine light finally go off after the second one. But here, where things get serious, the next sensor doesn't just affect performance, it can straight up destroy your engine. Number 4. Engine coolant temperature sensor. A $10 part that can destroy a $4,000 engine. That's the engine coolant temperature sensor. It's the car's thermometer, feeding data for fuel mixture, timing, and cooling fan control. When it fails, 2 bad scenarios usually happen. First, it reads too cold. The computer dumps extra fuel, fouls plugs, washes oil off cylinder walls, and never turns on the fans. You overheat, blow a head gasket, or warp the head, all from one cheap sensor. Second, it reads too hot. The computer leans out the mixture, causing misfires, poor acceleration, and stalling at the worst times. Codes P0115, P0119 may show up, but it can fail gradually without triggering the light. Always inspect the connector first. Coolant loves to wick up wires and cause green corrosion that looks like sensor failure. Never buy one from a junkyard, they fail constantly. Get a quality part and do it right the first time. Up next is the sensor that acts as your engine's bodyguard. Number 3. Knock sensor. The knock sensor listens for detonation, that damaging pinging sound when fuel ignites at the wrong time. When it hears knock, it pulls timing to protect the engine. When the sensor fails or gets fooled, the computer pulls timing permanently as a safety measure. Power feels flat, acceleration is dull, and fuel economy drops. You barely notice it because it happens so gradually. You can't clean a knock sensor, it's sealed. On V6 and V8 engines, there are usually 2 buried under the intake manifold, a big job. So rule out false knock first. Loose heat shields, exhaust leaks, worn timing chains, or even running regular fuel in a premium engine. If you do replace them, do both while the manifold is off. Don't pay that labor twice. Now the 2 most important sensors on this list. Number 2. Oxygen sensor. This is the silent killer of fuel budgets. An aging oxygen sensor can fail almost completely without ever turning on the check engine light. It lives in the exhaust and monitors the air-fuel mixture hundreds of times per minute. When it slows down, your engine runs less efficiently. Fuel economy can drop up to 40%. At today's prices, that's $600–900 a year wasted. Eventually, unburned fuel destroys your catalytic converter, a $2,000+ repair that was totally preventable. Never try to clean an O2 sensor. Those YouTube hacks with gas or torches destroy the precious metals inside. Replace upstream sensors every 6,100 miles with quality brands like Bosch, Denso, or NTK. Cheap ones fail fast and you'll be doing the job again soon. But the sensor that tops this list is even sneakier and the easiest fix of all. Number 1. Mass airflow sensor. This is the big one, the sensor that quietly costs drivers more money than almost anything else under the hood and can be fixed in 10 minutes for $12. The MAF measures exactly how much air is entering the engine. That data is the foundation for fuel delivery, timing, and everything else. A thin wire inside gets coated in dust and oil, throwing off all the downstream calculations. Dirty MAF sensors trigger a cascade of other codes. O2 sensors misfires, lean-rich conditions. Shops often replace 3 or 4 parts before finally cleaning the MAF. By then you've paid for all the wrong diagnoses. Fuel economy can drop 10–30%. The fix? Use CRC MAF sensor cleaner only, nothing else. Remove the sensor, spray the wires thoroughly without touching them, let it dry 15 full minutes and reinstall. Do this every 15,000 miles or every 7,500 if you run oiled aftermarket filters like K and N. And because you watched this far, here's your reward, the bonus sensors most people and even some mechanics overlook. Bonus sensor number 1, exhaust gas recirculation valve position sensor. The EGR system recirculates exhaust gas to lower combustion temps and emissions. The position sensor tells the computer how open the valve is. When carbon builds up or the sensor fails, you get rough idle, poor economy, and random check engine lights. Most of the time it's just carbon. Clean it thoroughly before replacing anything. Bonus sensor number 2, tire pressure monitoring system. These sensors protect you 24/7, but they have sealed batteries that die after 5–10 years. When they fail, you lose real-time pressure warnings, which can lead to dangerous underinflation and blowouts. Replace all 4 at the same time for best results. Now, before you replace any sensor on this list, do this. Before you replace any sensor on this list, check the connector first, every single time. Corrosion, loose pins, and damaged wires create the exact same symptoms as a bad sensor. A $5 connector and 5 minutes with electrical contact cleaner saves so many unnecessary part purchases. If this video saved you money or taught you something new, smash that like button. It really helps other drivers find this info before they get ripped off at the shop. Subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next one where we tackle the 12 sensors quietly destroying your gas mileage right now. Now go pop that hood, you might be surprised what you find hiding under there.